Hello, great people. Hope you all are doing good. Nothing much today, just a quick one. I thank God Takpo is not here today to suffocate us with his English.
And who told you that kind of toolman that you did not disagree with him? I am here, full ground.
Anyways, guys, I just want to talk to every young Nigerian out there. You all know what our country has become. Please, let's be serious for once. Please, I beg you. I'm not that old, but the short while that I've lived, I remember the first time I came to Lagos, I took a night bus. And back then, people would rather take a night bus because it was like wasting your time traveling during the day.
Why should you travel in the day and waste a full day when you can just take a night bus and sleep all the way and you wake up the next morning in Lagos? Voila! That is time management with a cognate efficiency in an effectual symmetrical compa utilization to foster a systematic lifestyle.
Today, no means of transportation is safe, and not even any time of the day is safe either for traveling. You just have to pray that God takes you to your destination safely. When you go out and come back in one piece is just a testimony. But is this life that we are living like this? This is the same Buhari that told us that if voted into power, he will get rid of Boko Haram in a matter of months.
Monso, he did not say even a year. That is to tell you that some politicians are authors of lying. Lying is a fundamental bedrock of their communal routine, which makes it difficult for them to be truthful, vice versa a propanumal conclave that makes it difficult for the people of Nigeria to trust them.
Like I said earlier, I don't want to waste time on this video, but to point out some signals to us all, for us to know that we have to take back our nation from these people come 2023. You might say your vote doesn't count. Trust me, your vote will count in 2023. In Anambra State, the former CBN governor, Charles Soludo, won the state elections. And we know the reforms he brought into the banking sector when he was the CBN governor. Before then, people were using bank to scam people. One bank would just spring up, the next thing you know, you just get to the bank premises one day and the bank disappears. I know of a friend whose uncle received his gratuity, about 1 million naira to be precise, and deposited everything into a certain bank called Savannah Bank. Then 1 million naira had value. I'm talking of when land in Lekki was still about 50,000 naira per plot. While he was just resting after retirement from civil service to think of better plan to use that money for, the next thing you know, the bank vanished. If anyone remembers Savannah Bank, the man died not long after that incident. Where will he start from?
Child, that is a calamitous disaster that has double-faced disenchantment and very treacherous, perilous, and hazardous to the life of a retired civil servant. How could that be?
So what am I saying? With electronic voting system and other factors that INEC will put in place, it will make it difficult for your vote not to count. And that's why many of the politicians voted against that bill, because they knew that once that happened, it won't be game as usual for them anymore. First thing first, this is what I want to point out to us. The recent train attack in Kaduna. The survivors who narrated their ordeal disclosed that the terrorists were fair in complexion and did not look like Nigerians. I'm sure if you have been following this news about these bandits, you realize that once in a while people keep saying that the bandits are people who came from other countries to Nigeria.
That is an international delinquency, an apex transgression of indigenous insecurity by illegitimate immigrants. This calls for a national heritage and a judicious investigation into the bone marrow of the security personnel of our national ring.
If we actually have foreigners coming into Nigeria to terrorize us in our own father's land, please how did these people get into Nigeria when Buhari has closed the border to every form of importation and threw the key into the Atlantic Ocean? But the borders are open to bandits, right? Maybe it's beginning to get clearer why Nigeria will construct a railway to Niger Republic when within the country we've not covered even half of our rail network.
It is a catastrophic matter with a luteal conjunctivity in a vulcanized dilemma, which if not addressed as soon as possible, will catapult the aggravated inferioritism of the Nigerian citizenry into a state of quagmire.
Then to capital, all of you that have been following this news about this train attack, what have the kidnappers been saying? They say that they don't want anything from the kidnapped victims. I even watched Arise News yesterday, where some of the relatives of the abducted victims said that the bandits called them only once and that they did not demand any ransom from them. All they told them was that they don't want anything from them, but that the government knows what they want. And thereafter, the phone numbers were turned off permanently. Come closer, my people. Let's tie these knots together. The former governor of Oyo State was once sent a letter by these Fulani herdsmen, and they were demanding that the Yoruba people either choose their forests or their blood, meaning that if they don't willingly give them the forest, they will take their blood. I have a copy of that letter, and there is a line in that letter that they said that Buhari is the one that is wasting time to implement the things that they ask him to implement when he gets into power, stating that he hasn't even implemented even 20% of what he was supposed to implement. Now, do you remember that man that tried to expose the plan of Fulani agenda in Nigeria, who stated that a northern governor is the leader of Boko Haram? If you remember, it wasn't too long before they killed him. Let's come back to this bandit request. And let's not forget, remember that the man told us that Boko Haram, herdsmen, bandits, they are all the same people, only wearing different masks. Now, what does this bandit want that the government knows? I leave that big question mark there.
That is an elusive puzzle that only the wise in heart can disentangle. Let us brace up. The times are tough, hard and harsh. Whatever you do, please tread carefully and be prayerful.
If you are a young Nigerian out there, go and get your permanent voter's card. It's free. And don't just get it, prepare to vote in the next election. People even spend their money and data to vote for housemates during Big Brother Nigeria. Some even run campaigns on streets. People that don't know you and their winning will not add anything to your life except you are their close acquaintance. The last one, I even saw people on Okada, on the street, campaigning for people to vote for a certain person. But the seat of the president that when a decision is made, it affects you, like it or not. It affects every one of us. You choose not to care about it just because you feel your vote will not count.
Anybody that does not care about Nigeria does not care about their life with that. Who in Nigeria today is not facing hardship because of the bad governance that we are facing at the moment? Everybody, even if you have money, you are affected because insecurity does not have boundary between the rich and the poor. So the girl that narrated that train attack incident said that the bandit first of all went to the business class to first kidnap those ones before they went to other coaches of the train.
Trust me guys, Nigeria will get better. I know it sounds crazy to hear this, but trust me, I have already made up my mind in the past to exit Nigeria. Something made me to change my mind. And for staying back was because I know of a better Nigeria that is coming ahead. But you and I have to act. Do your part. How can you even complain when you have not done anything about it? I had never voted for Buhari. So when I complain about him, I know I've tried my own part to avoid someone like him sitting on that seat. Because I saw it as far back as 2011. His body language and speech when he lost the election in his former party, CPC, said everything about what is happening today. But Nigerians were rather too eager for change.
The change has changed us into slaves in our own country, beggars in our own fatherland, homeless in our own nationality. It is a gagaculous decapitulation of national integrity, a colloquial dysfunction with unfitting state of affairs for the human life. We will see you again next Saturday. I can't even quote here today. It's heavy for mouth.